What is up, my bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to chat to you about tall people, lanky people, calisthenics. The reason kind of for this is because I think probably the most commonly asked comment or commented comment on this channel is how tall are you? I don't know why. Firstly, to answer that question, I am 191 centimeters. So to put that into imperial, that's about 6'3" and a little bit. So I'm relatively tall. I'm tall, especially when it goes for calisthenics athletes. In terms of weight as well, just while we're here, I currently weigh about 89 kilos, which is probably on the lighter side for me. I tend to do better around 90, 91, which is what I'm working back towards at the moment. This has a relevance specifically to calisthenics and actually just biomechanics in general. Something that I didn't appreciate when I first started getting into bodyweight training. When I first started getting into it years ago, I was training gymnastics at Loughborough University. And when I was training gymnastics, I was training, and alongside me was a lot of some national level gymnasts were there training at the same time, and I would watch them do their things. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Give me a couple of years, I'll be there. Little did I know, obviously they've been training 10, 15 years, most of their life to achieve those skills. But also, these guys were like 5'6", 160 centimeters, like 30 centimeters shorter than me, and they were also weighing like 55 kilos, or around 210, 220, 230 pounds, as opposed to like 90 kilos, 200 pounds. It's a big difference. And this plays a massive difference with bodyweight training because number one, the resistance comes from your body weight. There's a strength to weight ratio that needs to be managed so you can perform optimally. I've actually done a whole video about this, how I cut down a little bit of weight and I achieved the one-arm chin-up. And I'll link that video down below. The second way it plays a part is through levers. Levers are gonna dictate a lot of our biomechanics. You know, this can be illustrated very, very simply with holding a weight in the hand. Hold it close to our body, close to that fulcrum. It's gonna be kind of easy to hold. If we start moving our hand further away from us, further away from that point, extending the length of that lever, it gets progressively harder and harder. The longer your levers are, the more strength you're gonna need to be able to perform an exercise. So this is why, for example, for me, the planche has taken a hell of a long time. In fact, I'm not even really there. I can get kind of 3-4 seconds straddle planche holds at a push. And front lever, it took me 3 years of training the front lever consistently to get a 5-second hold. That's a long time in comparison to some people. And this isn't something that's generally appreciated if you share like a front lever or a planche. Oftentimes, unless you are tall yourself, you don't necessarily understand the struggle that it is to be taller and do some of these movements. That being said, I have noticed like a general correlation, and that is that shorter people are generally stronger at pushing exercises. As you get taller, your pushing exercises tend to get a little bit less, you tend to get a little bit weaker. But one thing that you can maintain actually and perform better at is pulling exercises. Pulling strength tends to be maintained even at taller levels. It tends to not drop off as much. But that being said, I don't like to use the idea of being tall making calisthenics harder as an excuse. I don't think it is an excuse, and I'm not using this video to like brag in any way about like what moves I can do, because they're not impressive by any means. There's a lot of other people out there who are much, much stronger than I am. But I wanted to share it in a sense that like, look, it actually is possible. You definitely can be strong, you can be pretty skillful, and you can be tall and lanky and maybe not made for this sport. I always remember when I first turned up to gymnastics, I did a couple of sessions and the gymnastics coach said to me, just turned around and says, you're not made to be a gymnast. You should go do pole vault, go do something else, something that tall people are good at. So I'm kind of aware that I'm not gonna be the best person out there, but equally, I don't really care. I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. But that's kind of my ramblings on the subject. Yes, being tall is harder for calisthenics. It's harder because you're heavier. It's harder because you have longer levers, but it's definitely not an excuse to not do something. I'd love to pass this one on to you guys. How tall are you? How have you found that your height or your weight has affected your calisthenics, your body weight training? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. If you do, just leave a comment in the comment section down below. Right next to it is that like button. You can hit that, support the channel, and also there is the subscribe button if you want to join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe. But that is basically it for this week, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a strong week, and peace.